DryerBuzz.com, and we are here looking for your brand story. Good morning. I'm going to jump in because I see, even though I can read those comments, I just have some maybe good eyesight. I can see the comments. I can see because it's on the iPad, so it's bigger and it's landscape. All right, so we got some new equipment. As you can see, we got a wireless shot. We are live inside Tuya, #TUOIA. Go and filter your timeline for it right now because Tuya is your holiday headquarters, and we're going to talk about some of the amazing things that happen inside Tuya. It's not just behind the buzz. There's great events that happen. She's getting ready for the holiday season. We got local Miles Davis. He's going to be like, why they call me local Miles Davis? Because there's a Miles Davis. She said famous. We hope to make them both famous. Right. But then we got local Miles Davis. Good morning. I'm coming. I'm going to shout out everybody that's on the scope. Most of you know my scopes. I do a scope each day, twice a day, 10:27 a.m. and 10:27 p.m. And I've also taken Periscope to the next level with something called Scoping Your Scope. It's become part of the ecosystem. People walk up to me on the street and ask me if I would scope their scope or can I jump into their scope. And I tell them, hey, listen, meet me Friday at Tuya and jump into my scope. Y'all want to do a quick scope selfie like we did at the Wasn't that fun?
That was fun.
Everybody's going to come in. You're going to hear the doorbell. You're going to hear the train roll by. It's live and interactive. And we didn't have a train. So I shouldn't say that. That just makes the train. Hopefully we have a train because that's part of being part of a downtown, #Buzz Downtown, and part of Douglasville. We're inside Tuya, which is part of Douglasville, Georgia, which is the best city on the way to Atlanta. All right, come and say hello to everybody. Everybody come around to the front while I jump in on Periscope. Introduce yourself. Tell them how'd you hear about the scope and to come jump in the scope. Let everybody know how you heard about it.
I watch DryerBuzz every night, and so she is always telling us to come by. And I came by last week, and we had a great time, didn't we?
We had a fantastic time.
We all had fun, so I made sure I could come by today.
Now, do you scope?
I do scope.
And your scope is?
My scope is Mommy Tomatoes.
And why do we call you Mommy Tomatoes?
Oh my gosh, I've got 4 of the cutest little girls in the whole wide world. I do.
That's an awesome shot. You want to see yourself?
Woo!
There you go. All right, so go back behind the camera. She's going to get a segment on the couch to tell us about Miss Rhonda. I know you know all about Douglasville because you have amazing events in Douglasville. But how did you know to come by on Fridays to buzz with us?
I learned to come by on Fridays to buzz with y'all because I follow DryerBuzz on Periscope. I also network with you a lot, so I am part of your meetup, and this is a meetup.
That's right.
This is a meetup,
right.
So you know.
There's so many elements, and if you guys can see, Tuya could not be further away from this camera right now. Thanks so much, Rhonda. Rhonda's going back on that side of the camera.
Yes.
She's also going to get a segment on the couch. Now,
she's going to go.
Sharon Mousy Brown. Just give them some voice there.
Hi.
Okay, she is first and foremost the best host. So when you do come by Tuya, you're going to meet Sharon Mousy Brown. So usually kind of she's behind the scenes right now. She greets everybody as they come in. She lets them know what's going on. But even while we are taping this scope, she is operating this amazing establishment with Sixth and Art. Across from me is Rita Thomas, and she is here to help us every Friday to get over fear. #Fearless Friday. And we network in some of the same circles, and you've just been a real support to me and to what we're doing. Is that a train? Is that here a train? Okay. But tell everybody who you are and what you do, and how did you decide to jump into the scope?
Hi, my name is Rita Thomas, and I am here because when you were on radio,
yes,
I was a recurring guest.
Yes.
And then when I found out, actually we were here as you were looking at this space. And you just knew that there was something that you had to do with this space because it's so beautiful in here. And you decided that this would be the place to do the scope. So.
And that's it. And who knew? I mean, we knew that Periscope, Meerkat, this third generation, what I call the third generation of mobile of streaming, which is growing. Thanks so much for the hearts for mobile. Vandalyn Smith is in the scope. Tyler Community Bean is in the scope.
Hey.
Community Bean is our favorite coffee Rita's watching the scope. Tim Smith, Jennifer Edwards. And then there's some scoping of the scope going on behind us. I see a comment. Let me jump back up. Hi, Turn 1976. So we appreciate everybody watching. When you're in the scope, make sure, thank you so much for inviting followers. Please invite your followers. We'll probably be on. We usually run 30 minutes to an hour, giving everybody a chance to talk. But one of the things Rita and I always start off is talking about how to get over fear. And what fear that you may have come across this week. What stopped you from really making this week your best week? What stopped you from telling your brand story? Look at all the shares. I thank you guys so much for that. So we're going to go to Rita for that. But I wasn't the first to start an event at Tuya. She has an amazing event happening here at Tuya tonight. So if you're anywhere in Atlanta or around Atlanta, or you can get to Douglasville tonight, you want to come out and she's going to tell you all about it.
Okay, so what we do every first Friday is we have First Fridays. And I partner with Rhonda of TA Productions, and she and I put on a networking event. We have great speakers. Tonight our speaker will be Shawanis Ash, the authenticity coach, and she is a dynamic speaker and a wonderful person. We also have hors d'oeuvres, we have lots of food, we have good fellowship, good fun, and actually Yolanda was one of our speakers.
Wow.
So you see, we have dynamic people. So if you can come to Tuya's tonight at 7:30 and just join us for the fun.
And it was a great group of entrepreneurs who really are about their business.
That's right.
That's the thing. That's what I love about it. So it's going to be a great group of people here that are really working to not just create businesses or something to do, but really create legacies. And so if you come out to Tuya, if you go on DryerBuzz or even on my Instagram, you get the address, which is 6786. It's what?
Broad Street.
Is there like an east or west on there?
No.
Broad Street. 670. I'm learning the address. 678 Broad Street.
Well, 6 times.
Okay. And so, but that, you know, there's so many events here, and Mousy is in the middle of really making this your holiday headquarters. Is the place to get the best gift certificate. Custom art framing. You posted some great framing that you did. There's an art show that's coming up because it's part gallery. All of this you see behind us here, this is work by Sharon Mousy Brown. This is, we talk about holiday collectibles. One of the things I'm writing in 27 Essence to rock Black Friday is to start offer some type of, something that could be a collectible. Because that's the way to really close the wealth gap.
That's right.
Okay? And this is, you call them bubble butts. And it's a family, and there's several pieces here that you can collect. Now, is this limited as well as numbered?
No, it's original.
This is originals, okay. So you can come in and check. Now, how much would this go for?
That one's about $3.75.
$3.75,
And it's 2 frames.
explain what's going on here.
It's double framed. It is
Triple matte.
Yes, triple matted. Has French matte
See,
line.
Here's a tip. Here's a tip.
Weight mats.
Here's a tip for an entrepreneur. Your best buzz maker, your advocate, that's who you let speak for you. Because when somebody else can talk, so you've obviously inquired about the piece.
I have. It's beautiful.
And you don't mind coming into the camera and giving us a banner on the piece.
I don't.
There we go. Okay. Because Mousy would never come into the camera, but you obviously love this piece.
I do. I love them all. There's one right there I was looking at, and they have smaller ones that you can have
She's got
specially
prints as well.
framed.
Okay.
Yes. And I love this.
So what did she do to this?
She